Hello and welcome to Hanamade. I would like to show you how I upcycled this broken necklace. So it was a chain necklace full of pearls. They were pretty, but it was a mess and tangled. And then I'm using this other necklace possibly for just the rings. On the right side I have some carabins. So first I try to make it as organized as possible, detangle whatever I can, and then I am separating about 4, 5, 6 inch pieces, somewhat symmetrical, so somewhat same length. So I'm hoping to make maybe 5, 6 little decorative pearl streamers. I usually like to say bead streamers, but these are pearls. So it's basically this piece of chain with one tangling on the end and carabin on the top, right? So you can attach it to whatever you would like. You can have it hanging anywhere in the house to make you excited. Uh, you can put it on the windowsills. You can put it hanging from the curtain rod. You can put it in the car. You can attach it to your bag, whatever you like. And I think they make pretty cool gifts as well. It's just something little to cheer us up. And I do love that upcycling effect. I didn't think anybody would wear that necklace at all. So, if I tell you super practically, all you need is good, um, comfortable area. You need good light. You need good vision. So, sunglasses, I mean eyeglasses or magnifying glass are super handy. And then I use 2 pairs of nose pliers. The real jeweler nose pliers on the right side are a little more gentle on metal and other pieces. And this is it. So basically, I'm attaching a few more pieces to it, and then the carabin on the left side. Sorry about my head there. I think it's pretty straightforward, but the most important basic thing is what I'm doing over and over when I hold both nose pliers in my hands. I am opening and closing the ring. So the ring is ring with one opening. And if you put pliers on each end and you push it apart, you will open the ring. If you do the opposite action, you close it. It does require a little bit of fiddling, a little bit of skill, a little bit of strength, and lots of patience because the rings don't always close perfectly. So they do require a little bit of fiddling. There are some good quality rings, and you can see it on more expensive jewelry that the ring actually sits right in the little groove. But otherwise, you have to play with it. But I don't mean to intimidate you with the details because I really do think that this is a pretty basic skill for any crafter. It is super basic jewelry making skill. It is easy and it is incredibly satisfying. And once you play with these, you would realize that you can easily collect more pieces of jewelry to create more pieces of jewelry. No, seriously, it can be quite addictive. You can become obsessed. You can become a hoarder. And now you can say that I want you. Anyhow, so I am having fun with this. I am not a perfectionist. I don't care if they are matchy. I don't care if they are eclectic and different color mismatched. I don't care if they are exactly same length. What I care for is that they are pretty, they will make somebody happy, and that they are not going to fall apart. So it's always, always very important to make sure you use strong rings and you attach them properly, right? It would be pretty embarrassing if you give this to somebody and the pearls fall off. By the way, one thing, I too think these pearls are cute. However, usually it's just plastic bead with a foil attached to it. So at some point they may scratch. So these bead pearl um, streamers are not all the best for say keychains or attached on handbag where they will probably get often touched and may scratch. These I would most likely prefer to just hang somewhere and pretty up the space. But you can have tons of fun with these. You can attach different beads. You can attach different attachments all together. I spent yesterday most of the day creating these, and I had tons of fun. I can watch a show, listen to audio, and totally get lost. Yesterday, I was actually playing with those, and then I realized that I'm not listening to anything at all for like an hour. I got really into it, and I enjoyed. It was kind of like a meditation, relaxation, and creativity all at the same time. It's tons of fun, really. I do think that this will be a great project for kids as well. However, I would recommend maybe teens, 12, 13, 14, so they can actually work with the pliers. If you want to do something similar for younger kids, then I recommend you just use old fashioned string or the stretch string and perhaps needle. But this is a pretty good project for anybody, honestly. Um, I do buy my jewelry in thrift stores, or I ask friends if they have any broken pieces, and then I like if somebody gives me a container of jewelry, I like to make something for them and give it back, which is sort of, I guess, anti-productive if they are on decluttering mission. However, I think it's a nice touch that I am giving something back what was theirs originally, but I am also showing that anything can be used. And perhaps some of those pieces were a little, what's the word I'm looking for? They were emotionally attached. They are sentimental pieces. So then they may like that the piece is being upcycled. So as you can see, I speed up the video, but it's probably under half an hour. This took me, and I had a great time. I really enjoyed myself, and there's huge potential. I made a few different videos if you want to watch, and I also concentrated on the assembly part a little. By the way, when you are playing with jewelry, it is really handy to have a little container for the trash, especially if you have kids or pets, and it is also a good idea to kind of do it in a space that you're not doing it on the kitchen table, right? In case you leave a little piece or there's some stuff in the metals I wouldn't want to mix with food, really. It is great if you make yourself a cup of tea or coffee and you are enjoying it while you are working on the jewelry. The other thing is truly to not become a hoarder and not become intimidated and not saving the best piece for a special occasion. Just dive into it and make it. I think we live in society. If we really want something, we can purchase it again. Very fortunate that way, especially with so many thrift stores and yard sales. So I'm almost done. I really enjoyed this, and I hope you kind of learned a few tips from me and maybe have idea for what to make yourself. If you like my ideas, you can follow me on Instagram or join my group on Facebook. Thank you for watching, Hannah Mate.